YouTube, what it do, man? I'm back again with another video. Now, as somebody who is a young adult, who's looking to build a family one day, who's looking to get married possibly one day, this post stood out to me. Now, because we talk about community, society, and societal norms and societal issues that pop up, I thought this was appropriate for today. So we are going to be looking at Matt Walsh's video, and I actually saw this post on X this weekend, and this woman posted on a forum on Reddit, Am I an a-hole? And basically her dilemma was, should I let my husband take our son to do a guy's trip, whether that be fishing, whether that be hunting, whether that be camping, whatever the case may be. This is something that guys do. Now, as somebody who comes from a big family, who has 5 sisters and 4 other brothers, this is something that we did regularly, either with the church or we just did it by ourselves because my dad understood this is something that we need as men. Okay, and it was inherently understood by my mother. She didn't question it at all, just like we didn't question when, her and the girls were going on spa dates and trips and everything like that. We didn't necessarily question that because we are not the authority of how women act and what women need. So we're going to check that out. Shout out to Matt Walsh. We're going to use his videos. Fair use, ninja, fair use. We're going to use his video. We're going to react to it. And we're going to give some commentary because I see huge everywhere. Red flags everywhere. More red flags than the Chinese Communist Parade. Shout out to CGA. Okay. Now, we're going to get right into it. So let me know you guys' thoughts. We're going to be stopping it momentarily for commentary, of course. And so let's get into it without further ado.
So a woman says that her husband has planned a guy's trip with their 13-year-old son, John, and his nephew, Michael, whose mother, the husband's sister, is a single mom. And their 11-year-old daughter, Kelsey, is upset about being excluded. The wife seems to be even more upset about it. Here's some of what she wrote, quote, "My husband has been talking about planning a guy's trip this summer with him, Michael, and John. While my husband was discussing with John, I could see Kelsey looking visibly sad because she wasn't included. Later, I told my husband that Kelsey should go too and that there's no reason to exclude her. He said he just wants some guy."
Okay, listen, this is where I got to stop it. Look, when I was growing up and we needed a guy's trip and my dad said this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. His problem is that he values way too heavily his wife's opinion. Now, this is controversial, I know. But as a man who has sons and everything like that, you know exactly what a man needs. Like, this kid is probably like between the ages of 9 and 13 or 7 and 13. And he's starting to figure out things and he's starting to notice things about himself. He's starting to develop things about himself that he does not feel comfortable talking to about, with his mother or his sister. He doesn't feel comfortable talking about these things because he's a guy and he's different and he clearly understands the difference. But let's get some more. Let's find out some more information.
Time with him, his son and nephew, and that men need to, quote, have their time away from women. I took offense to that comment, which led to an argument. I told him that Kelsey needs to go, otherwise I will not approve of the money being taken out of our family vacation budget to exclude some of our family. Now, in a follow-up post, she said that she...
Hold up. Listen, what? What the actual F is going on? I am not going to improve you taking money out of the family budget like he doesn't pay all the bills, like he's not supporting you in every single way, shape, or form. Like you don't get an allowance every single month of $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Guys, these are middle class families that we're talking about here. Matt Walsh's demographics of people are pretty much well off. They're middle class, they're higher middle class, they're high income earnings between $100,000 and $500,000 or more. This is his demographics of people. So to say she's not going to approve him taking out the budget that he needs to take his son and his nephew on a guy's trip is absolutely blasphemous. You guys start to see a trend here. You guys start to see where the issues may arise. Let's continue.
Relented and granted her husband permission to go on the trip because apparently this is the kind of family where the husband needs permission from his wife to take his son on a trip. But she has given her blessing begrudgingly. And now the daughter, Kelsey, is very upset, has withdrawn from her dad and doesn't want to be around him. The husband offered to take Kelsey on a separate trip, just the two of them, That's not good enough for Kelsey. The wife, the one who brought this quandary to Reddit looking for guidance, has refused to help the husband repair the situation with the daughter. She says it's his fault for hurting her so badly by excluding her from the guys trip. She writes, quote, "My husband tried to cheer her up by telling her he would plan something really cool, just the two of them. But our daughter told him that she didn't want to do anything. A couple days later, my daughter needed to be picked up early from school for a dentist appointment. My husband said he would pick her up, but she texted me asking, 'Please, Mom, can you pick me up and bring me?' My daughter also has been getting the school bus in the morning instead of catching a ride with my husband and son, which she typically does. Now my husband's been complaining to me about our daughter, saying he's done everything to make it up to her and that I need to step in. I told him she would be hurt by excluding her from the trip, and it's entirely his fault that she's icing him out. He says we should work together and fix this because we're a team, but he's the one who caused this hurt, so it shouldn't be on me to fix it. It's starting to affect..."
Listen. Guys, when I tell you this is just the start of everything that's to come, it's literally, this is a plan that she's using to get from under her marriage. Now, what she's doing, I think what she's doing is the same thing that my mom did to us when my dad and my mom were about to get divorced. She just starts alienating the kids away from the dad by putting random little thoughts in their heads, right? Innocently. I'm not saying that she's an evil person. I don't even know this woman. I'm just reacting to it. I'm not saying she's an innocent person or she's a bad person. All I'm saying is she's sprinkling little thoughts in their head. I know because I've seen it, and I talk about this extensively in my book of what my mom did to us when my mom and dad were divorced. Different subject for a different day, right? But she's doing the exact same thing here. She is purposely extending out the situation, which is not that big of a deal, when she could easily go on a girl's trip and support the girl herself, right? Why is it that they always want to do something that the guys want to do? Did you guys know that the Boy Scouts were no more? Like, they took away the Boy Scouts completely because women felt excluded. It's ridiculous, but this is the world that we're living in. But I guarantee you, this couple right here is going to be divorced very soon because this is what's called alienation. Simple as that. Let's continue.
Our relationship now, too. And now she wants to know if she is the a-hole. Now, the answer, as I'll explain, is definitely 100% yes.
Thank you.
But most of the feedback is telling her what she wants to hear, which is that she's right. And that is, after all, the only reason why people bring their personal problems to the internet. They don't want to know if they're right or wrong. They want to be told they're right so that they can convince themselves that they're right. And the only reason they need to convince themselves is that they recognize deep down that they're wrong. But that's not what the feminists on X are saying. The Reddit post was shared to the platform by a somewhat large feminist account with the caption, quote, "There's no backtracking now. He's already shown his daughter what he thinks of her." And a whole bunch of comments, almost all of them from women, are piling on, saying the dad is sexist and selfish and cruel and has irreparably broken his relationship with his daughter, and so on. This is all totally wrong. And although this is just a dumb post on Reddit, the post, along with the reaction to it, reveals in microcosm why so many marriages fail in our culture. The husband, though I'm sure he has made his share of mistakes in his life and in their marriage.
Listen, I want to let him continue because he's cooking right now and he's married. But I'll just stop it here, and I'll leave the link down in the description box for you guys to check out the full video. But I just want to add some commentary in this whole situation right here. Why is she, as a married woman, why are you placing your business out on the internet, especially on Reddit? You want the opinions of others and the validation of others so bad that you're willing to throw away your marriage, your house, your family for the opinions of other people just so you can be right? What kind of sense does that make? Now, again, when we talk about relationships and society and what the world has turned into, we have to be honest. Over the past 40 years, the divorce rate is at 67%. So when they give you these stats and these, numbers about divorce being up and down, they're not telling the full story. Like, it has changed so much in the world that we think it's normal to take care of other people's kids. We think it's normal to do the things that we never used to do, and people are supposed to be okay with it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he was wrong, or do you guys think she was wrong? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'm going to read it and reply to them. I'm interested to see what you guys think.